My volume's all the way up. And the song you're hearing, Know Your Enemy by Green Day. Because this man right here, crazy Michael Horgan Jr. himself, will be giving us the recap for what happened on SmackDown last week. Mike, what happened, bro?
Alright, here we go. Last Friday night on SmackDown. It was in Evansville, Indiana, and the night started off with AJ being in Divas action, going one-on-one against Divas champion Layla. This was a back-and-forth match between the two Divas, and it was after when AJ hit the spinning heel kick, Daniel Bryan came out and distracted AJ by doing his yes! 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 AJ got too distracted and it allowed Layla to do a pinning predicament to get the 1, 2, 3. Well, and then now a Pizzle 90 is showing his yes, yes, yes t-shirt.
I'm not even going to bother to go ahead and just show that because it's for two reasons. One, the thing was pixelated, and two, I don't... Okay, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to. There you go. You all saw it. You all saw it for about a second and a half there.
Anyway.
Anyway, continuing on with what happened.
After AJ's match, Daniel Bryan came into the ring, and the two were going yes, 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 back and forth. For reasons that Daniel Bryan wanted to be the attention of SmackDown and not AJ. So, Vicky Guerrero then came out with her usual "excuse me."
Bathrooms to the right there. Bathrooms to the right, Vicky.
And what happened next was Daniel Bryan complimented Vicky Guerrero on doing a great job as being the general manager for Raw and SmackDown of last week. And he also claimed that he has his support for Vicky. Now, he proposed that at Money in the Bank for his match against CM Punk for the WWE Championship, that AJ should be banned from ringside. Well, it just so happens that Vicky brought up to Daniel Bryan's attention that there was a poll on WWE.com asking the WWE Universe what role should AJ play in Money in the Bank this year. Well, there were guest ring announcer, guest timekeeper, guest commentator, and finally guest referee. And the results were 76% want AJ to be the special guest referee at Money in the Bank, which personally I voted for on WWE.com.
I would go for timekeeper.
Last time she was timekeeper, she purposely cost Daniel Bryan the match against Kane.
That's true.
But in any event, AJ is the special guest referee at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. Vicky was not really pleased about that, but she calmed herself down and said that she supported the WWE Universe's decision, which I have to say I find that hard to believe.
That's Vicky for you, though.
Yep. And after that news, AJ once again did her yes, yes, yes.
She's been doing it a lot lately, too, which is telling me something.
Well, I'll be honest. I'd rather hear her say it than Daniel Bryan, because Bryan doing it over and over, it kind of annoys me. In any event, backstage, Daniel Bryan ran into AJ, and he advised AJ to get professional help. And he claimed that
God, those crazy chicks.
help is that's what happens when people who care about each other do, is to seek professional help. And when Daniel Bryan asked AJ if he wanted to give her a number for a doctor to seek help, she just went, yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
yes.
God, I wanted to just smack the shit out of her, too, on occasions.
Now, getting back to Vicky Guerrero, after she found out about the decision of AJ being the guest referee for Money in the Bank between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. She mentioned that the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match would be open to any superstar, unlike the WWE Championship Money in the Bank match, which is only for former WWE champions. So, for the next 2 weeks, qualifying matches took place to see who would be in the Money in the Bank match for the World Heavyweight Championship contract. And it started off with Long Island IC, Zack Ryder, going one-on-one against the intellectual savior of the unwashed masses, Damien Sandow.
You're welcome.
We're not welcome at all.
God, do I hate that man. Well, I will be honest with you, as I am not a fan of Sandow or Zack Ryder. However, I was pulling for Ryder to win this match. Well, unfortunately, Damien Sandow pins the straight jacket neckbreaker and gets the 1-2-3 and qualifies for Money in the Bank.
How can you not like Zack Ryder?
I just don't like how he acts like someone from Jersey Shore.
He's got a point.
I can agree with you on the point that he does act like that, but he's a big fan favorite. A lot of people go for him.
Well, there's one thing I do like about Zack Ryder. I would have to say probably the Statue of the Rose t-shirt he has right now.
Yes.
I actually would get that.
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Anyway, Ryder did not qualify for Money in the Bank as he lost to Sandow. We really sucked. Next qualifying match was Tyson Kidd going one-on-one against the All-American Jack Swagger. Now, I have to say, pretty good match between the two. Swagger was definitely the favorite to win, if you ask me.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyson Kidd shocked the WWE Universe when he hit a neck breaker off the top rope and gets the 1-2-3 and qualifies for Money in the Bank.
That's surprising.
So now,
That was shocking, but it was a good match.
That was surprising.
So now Tyson Kidd becomes the underdog for the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match come July 15th. I don't see him winning the match at all, but I could see him definitely pulling off some high-risk maneuvers off the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
He's this year's Jeff Hardy.
Oh, no.
Dude, Jeff Hardy does high risk. Me and Mike see the same thing. Tyson Kidd jumping off ladders and crap.
Shelton Benjamin.
Oh God, no. He wouldn't run up the ladder.
Yeah.
Anyway,
on a WWE.com exclusive, Swagger was complaining about how he's been losing as of late. Well, Jerry King Lawler came out and silenced Swagger for that by doing his signature fist drop.
nice. Win.
Now, getting back to the SmackDown from last week, a tag team match with Intercontinental Champion Christian teaming up with United States Champion Santino Marella, facing Cody Rhodes and David Otunga. The winning team would qualify for Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, before the match, David Otunga did something rather new in his entrance. After he came into the ring, he showed off his chiseled body. He's trying to now mock the masterpiece Chris Masters, which did not impress me at all.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, I was thinking he was on some type of medication or drug at that point. Mock fail.
In any event, this was another back and forth match between the two teams. But at the end, it was Christian securing the pinfall victory when he speared David Otunga with the spear in honor of his best friend Edge. And Christian and Santino Marella are now in this year's Money in the Bank match.
Yes, it was a great match.
Cody Rhodes at the end of the match was not too pleased about Otunga being pinned, as Cody mentioned that he was technically the one who wasn't pinned, saying that he technically did not lose, even though he was on the losing team.
Right.
And it was revealed that Cody Rhodes filed a protest about what took place. My advice would just let that loss go, will you?
Yep.
All right. Next up was Ryback taking on two jobbers in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And personally, I think these jobbers with their promos in Ryback's matches is really starting to get boring, especially with those jokes they tell the WWE Universe. Well,
Yep.
Short and sweet, Ryback just killed those two jobbers by doing a double shell shock maneuver, which is absolutely awesome.
Yes.
After the match, Ryback simply wants more competition by saying, "Feed me more! Feed me more!"
Everybody wants.
That man has to be in Money in the Bank. He has to be. Look at all these wins he's doing as of late. Obviously, fans I've been hearing have been doing Goldberg.
Yep.
And I can definitely see Ryback as the Goldberg of 2012.
Yep. I can agree. Totally agree.
Indeed.
I really do want him to be placed in Money in the Bank, and hopefully he will for next week. Anyway, the next part of last Friday's SmackDown was a backstage segment with Antonio Cesaro and Oksana. Teddy Long came and mentioned to Oksana and Antonio that he had no hard feelings between the two lovers. But it was also revealed that Teddy Long was going to be the interim general manager of Raw and SmackDown for the next week. And he made one match for the Super SmackDown for the Great American Bash. Antonio Cesaro and Oksana would be placed in a mixed tag team match against Divas champion Layla and the Great Khali.
Which we will talk about in the last episode. We'll talk about what happened this past this past Tuesday, which was yesterday, and Monday night, which was very funny. I owe you points for that one, by the way. The guy right here in the corner, Alex. Alright, Mike. With that, can you agree with Teddy Long on that one? I mean, personally, making that matchup.
I have to say that was a pretty good match that he made for Antonio and Oksana. So I liked his decision on that.
Same here. Okay, so what else happened? There's got to be more, right?
What else happened last Friday on SmackDown was another qualifying match for Money in the Bank. It was Justin Gabriel, the South African werewolf, going up against Tensai, a.k.a. Albert, as we WWE fans know.
Chugga 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 choo choo.
Well, Tensai was victorious in defeating Justin Gabriel, destroying the former Nexus member, and now qualifies for Money in the Bank.
Don't know how to get extra.
It'll be very interesting to see him climb that ladder to retrieve that briefcase.
Hey, the bigger they are, the harder they'll fall. He'll get smacked in the face with a briefcase and then just fall. That's wrong. That was wrong, Jimmy. Everyone knows that not one ladder will collapse. Every ladder will collapse and fall on top of his ass. Anyway, I believe there's one more match, Mike. It was the world title.
Yes, our main event was a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship as Sheamus, the Great White, defended against Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio.
Taco.
Now, I'd like to mention that before the main event got underway, earlier in the night, Dolph Ziggler wanted Vicky Guerrero to ban the rope kick and the cross arm breaker, and Dolph got pretty annoyed that he hasn't been very successful in his tenure in WWE, and Vicky couldn't take it anymore and slapped Ziggler right in the face.
Damn.
I actually sensed that coming.
Well, that business ship didn't last long, did it?
Obviously not.
Well, just so happened that despite the odds being against Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior managed to retain his World Heavyweight Championship when he pinned Dolph Ziggler after a road kick. Now,
Yes.
Ziggler was putting Del Rio in a submission hold, or I think it was a pinning predicament, but any event, a broke kick then followed, and then when Sheamus threw Del Rio out of the ring, Sheamus pinned Ziggler for the 1, 2, 3, and the Great White once again is still World Heavyweight Champion, and he's celebrating with the WWE Universe as SmackDown came to a close. There's SmackDown from last Friday.
That's exactly what happened. It was an awesome, awesome SmackDown, guys.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of good stuff happening. I mean, you had the qualifying matches for MITB. I mean, you had everything going on. It's interesting to see what happens this past SmackDown. We will go over that, however, in the final episode of the season. When we come back, I take over, not these two, and I'll explain what happened on Impact. The blue and white ready to rock and roll when we return to the Wrestling Rewind.